Hey guys, welcome to another RMA Fire tutorial, and this is the continuation from our drag and attributes with noise 02. I'm gonna show you on this one how to create attributes from noise controlled in pops v1. So if you remember, and if you watch the first one, we had this, basically just a position on the turbulent noise, and then we're visualizing that on the CD, and we're exporting a black W attribute or whatever the name we want this attribute to be. Okay, so the sake of the demonstration on this tutorial is how do we go about controlling this, something different from a drag. So Popforce is a good example. What I want to teach you is the theory of how this works, not just like, okay, do this. So in the previous tutorial, we saw how we could use the drag. Let's see, reset. How we could add some force and the drag. A resist fit01 ran.pt_num from 0.1 to 1 multiplied by the black W attribute. That is the result of only affecting the black. Now on this one, I'm gonna show you how to use that with the force. So if we hit play right now with just some force, everything's gonna activate at the same time because the black W attribute isn't really doing anything right now. But if we come here to the force and we visualize what I showed you here, you just hover and the parameter's name is AMP, as in amp. So we tell Houdini, okay, I want my amp to be time equal whatever value, so 0.5. And then I want to multiply that value by my black W attribute that is driven. It's basically a black W attribute is a black and white, and it has a value of 1 and 0, right? So black and W multiplied by 2 semicolon. So it's no longer reading this amplitude, it's now reading the amplitude up here. So let's see, the white now is going to be the force to be reckoned because it is the black and W, I mean it is the white. So it's a cool thing that we can control, because if we take this a step further, we can add a ramp. And let's connect this for visualization. So we know that the ramp is a black and white value, correct? So, and the white is the one that is being active. If we make this gray, then they're not gonna be as wild as they were before. So let's just visualize that. They go, all right, let's go back to white, see what happened. Let me see what happened here. That's working. Does not like my ramp. That's weird. Okay, so if it doesn't like my ramp, let's do a fit range. So let's do the maximum 8.5, see if that will do the trick. And that does work. As you can see now, the white isn't really as strongly affected. what do we do? 8.2. So now you can see that the white is even less affected, right? And there's a lot of really cool things that we can do with this kind of effects, because for example, what if we were to animate the amplitude coming up? So let's say that we start with an amplitude of 1, and then here we have a really high amplitude. Now what would that do? Let's just have a look. So we start with very little noise, and I can see it moving, but it's not reading the animation. It's only calculating the first frame. So let's see what we can do about it. Let me delete this, get it back to something like this, and here we're gonna do an attribute VOP, a pop VOP. So let's see what happens if we do a bind and we import the black W attribute, and we do a multiplication of this attribute by time, bind export. Alright guys, sorry about that, I had a brain fart. Okay, so if we want to animate the noise, what we want to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to copy it. Copy what we did out here. And we can disconnect this. And we're just going to do that inside of the pop network. So let's do pop VOP. Connect it up here. And let's just delete these and paste what we had out there. And I'm just gonna move this to 0 to 1 so that we can really see the difference here. And inside of this, I'm gonna do say an amplitude of pretty high, but over time, and we're gonna start with 1. All right, so right now we do have an animation, and the points are being activated based on that noise. So you can see how this kind of attributes can be super cool and super helpful. Now, what happens if we want the points? We're not emitting every frame, we're only emitting on the first frame, so all the points have the same age. What if we want to control the outer ones with an age? So basically creating something like a custom age. I'll show you guys that on the next tutorial. Thank you guys very much for watching.